Hello everyone. So we know how to blink an LED using Arduino, and we know a few keywords also and also we know the code flow with the time what is called time delays and time gaps, okay, time in between, and also we know probable errors we could make, and we talk about that as well. All good. So now you know how to play around with one LED, so why don't you try to do it with two LEDs? Okay, let's say it's not only one LED, so let's say one more LED number 8. Okay, so you connect an LED to pin number 8 and do the same thing. What is that? At the initial state, pin number 7 and 8 both should be on. That means both LEDs should be on, and we give a 1 second delay. That means they should be on for 1 second, and again after 1 second they both should be off, and again after 1 second, I mean they should be off for 1 second, and again after 1 second, that 1 second both of them should be on, right? That's totally clear, right? So the same thing, you're just having to add to one more LED, that's all, right? Pattern is same. So you should know where you have to add the part of the code for the next LED. Okay, so anyway, I will write a proper algorithm so that you can follow that in the upcoming practicals, so that you will be creating a more reliable and error-free code. At least the flow of the code would be neat. Let me have time scenarios. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, what should happen? LED 7 should be on, correct, right? And we have one more LED now, right? What is that? LED 8, that also should be on at which time? Same time, because I said both should be on at the same time. So let's say at t is equal to 0, LED 8 also should be on. All good, right? I'm sorry. Then we have to tell what is the problem. They both should be on for 1 second. So we know we have to have a 1 second time delay, right? Before doing something else. Then we know, since it's 1 second past, we should be coming t is equal to 1. There's no question on that. Then we know what should happen. LED 7 should go off, and again it is not the only one. At the same times, along with the LED 7, we make the LED 8 also off. Let's try the LED 8 off. So that is also should be happening at the t is equal to 1. Now things are very clear, but we didn't done yet, right? And again, what we have to do, we have to make them work for 1 second only at the same state. So we will again make a 1 second time delay. Right? I want to remember you, this is the minimum piece of what you call circle or code flow for the process that should happen repetitively, because after 1 second, again if the same scenario is happening, we are good, right? We cannot minimize the code rather than this, or in other words, we cannot minimize the process rather than this. This is the minimum piece of code we could create, right? You understand that? So let's make it into the code. So we have the code part for LED 7, totally good. Just we have to add the LED 8. So we have the flow, right? We have the algorithm here. So LED 8 should be on at the same time the LED 7 is on at t is equal to 0. So I know the t is equal to 0 scenario, so just write it 0. So here also it is t is equal to 0. Since you know it, I don't repeat it. So at the same time I have to switch on the LED 8. That means, since if the delay is passing, it will become t is equal to 1. So before the delay I have to write, right? Because here it is what's the time? T is equal to 1. Yes or no? This line is t is equal to 1 because there is a 1 second delay. Okay, so this starting time is t is equal to 1. So the t means the starting time of the line, right guys? So where should I write this LED 8? Before the delay, because according to my flow, LED 8 on should be happening t is equal to 0. Totally good, nothing wrong. So I'll copy and paste. Why to waste time, right? Copy and paste and make it 8. Totally good, right? So this is also now is going to be t is equal to 0 starting time, and delay also, starting time will be t is equal to 0, ending time will be t is equal to 1. That is what we know. All good, right? So all fine. So once the delay is ended and the next line starting, it is t is equal to 1. So the t is the starting time of each and every line. Okay, you should remember this. So again it is t is equal to 1 because from line number 9 to 10 there is no time gap. So then from 10 to, again when we are going to 6 at the next iteration, we will have 1 second delay because this line will hold the program for 1 second. So this will be t is equal to 2 and it will flow at the same way, right? I don't want to repeat it. And one more thing we missed. If you forget about, let's say you are deleting this line number 7 business, okay, from your mind. If you deleted it, you will have only a piece of code. I'm sorry, I forgot to add another thing. We have to switch off LED 8, right, after 7. So you know where it should happen, right? I don't want to repeat it, same thing, because along with the 7 at the same time 8 should be off. So that is t is equal to 1. We know it, right? You understand, right? At t is equal to 1, 8 should be off. I'll have a look. See, it is totally good, right? So I missed to tell it. That's my mistake. Okay, because we cannot have it in another place because this is on. Both are on for 1 second, and then I switch off 7. If I switch off the LED after the delay, it will be t is equal to 2. So I have to do it before the delay, right? The same scenario when I used for 8 switch on. Same scenario I have to use for switch off as well. You understand what I'm talking about? That's right, guys, right? So at t is equal to 1, both should be going off. It's totally okay, right? Both are on at the same time, 1 second delay, both are off at the same time, right? Again 1 second. So now one thing we forgot, so let's forget about the 7 lines. You can mentally erase these lines within you and see you have a digital write 8 high and 1 second delay, digital write 8 low and 1 second delay. So let's remember, think you have only 8. So since you are deleting the 7 parts in your mind, you can delete this also. Okay. Now you see something is missing for 8. What is that? We are using the pin number 8 as a digital output, right? Digital write, giving a digital output, like what we have done with pin number 7. So when you are using that particular pin as an output, what do you have to do? You have to go to the void setup and tell, I am using that particular pin as an output. Arduino, please remember this. Okay. So in other words, the same thing you have done for pin number 7, you have to do the same thing for pin number 8 as well. You understand that? It's very obvious, right? Because the same usage we are having for pin number 8 as well. So you have to say pin mode. Please use the pin number 8 as an output. If you are using pin number 9, again you have to mention it. Okay. So if that is confusing you, what you can do is you can remove these parts of pin number 7. Okay. And you will see, if there is only pin number 8, you will see we have to mention it, right? Anyway, pin mode 8. That's the same thing I have done. Only the thing is there is 7 also there. Okay, so I will give a control set and go back. Okay, so everything is fine. You understand that? Totally fine. So I will remove the time interval since these are just for our understanding. We cannot have it in the code. All good. That's nice. Again, right? So this is the code for using 2 LEDs. So you can I can just compile it and show you that there's nothing wrong with the code. So I click the verify and compiling sketch is going on here, and it will successfully compile because the code is correct. Okay, so now you understood how you can add 2 LEDs. So if I ask you to do it with 3 LEDs, the same pattern, 3 LEDs should be on at the same time, and after 1 second they both should be off at the same time, and this after 1 second all the 3 have to be on at the same time. Repetitive circle should happen. Then you know how to add another LED. If it is confusing you, always go for a workflow like this, or algorithm, or whatever the thing you want to name. You can name it as that, and you can convert it into code. And don't forget this setup part as well, because I already said in a very clear manner. I already said you have to mention the output or input inside the void setup using pin mode. All good, right? So since we have done this, I will stop this video from here. We will have a look on the demo in the upcoming or next video, right? Okay guys, so have a great day ahead. Stay safe.